Drake just made the biggest mistake of his career, and now it looks like his own label, UMG, is preparing to let it all burn down with him. After filing a 107-page lawsuit over Not Like Us, Drake thought he was about to pull the ultimate you-know reverse on Kendrick Lamar in the industry. Instead, he's triggered a response that might finally be the beginning of the end. Because when your label tells you, be careful what you wish for, and threatens to air out every dirty secret behind your rise to fame, that's not a win. That's a warning. One that even Drake can't rap his way out of. Let's get into this mess. Drake's recent lawsuit reads less like a legal document and more like a diary entry from the most insecure man in hip-hop. Citing fan pages, claiming the Super Bowl halftime show was a coordinated attack on his image, and even dragging Joe Budden into the mix. It's delusional, it's desperate, and worst of all, it's public. But before we clown him, let's talk about how this blew up in his face. Because instead of siding with him, UMG has basically said, "You're on your own." Drake tried to weaponize the discovery process, pushing for access to Kendrick Lamar's record contracts, internal industry communications, and more, all in an effort to prove that Not Like Us was part of a larger conspiracy to destroy him. But UMG clapped back with a reminder. Discovery works both ways. And if Drake really wants to open Pandora's box, they're more than ready to show what's inside. And that's where it gets ugly. This is the same label that helped craft Drake's polished image, that buried scandals, that fed the machine behind the fake streams, the narrative control, the obsession with optics. They know everything, from the features that were ghost pitched to the controversies quietly swept under the rug. So now Drake's not just beefing with Kendrick, he's beefing with the very system that built him. And let's be honest, Drake is spiraling. From trying to frame the Grammys as an industry-wide hit job to suggesting Kendrick's Super Bowl performance was coordinated just to end his career, Drake is making the wildest claims we've ever seen from a top-tier artist. At one point in his filing, he even says he hopes the Super Bowl never again becomes a tool for ending another artist's career. Like, what? You think Jay-Z, Apple Music, Rock Nation, the NFL, Kendrick, and UMG all linked up just to embarrass you? This isn't strategic. This isn't calculated. This is pure ego wrapped in paranoia. What makes it worse is Drake's attempt to play both victim and victor at the same time. He says his reputation is ruined, his image is under attack, and he's never been in a worse place professionally. But then he flexes that Nokia is charting at number 2, and SSS for You is doing better than most albums this year. So, which is it? Are you a victim of industry sabotage, or are you still running the game? Because what this lawsuit shows more than anything is that Drake is trying to control a narrative that's already left him behind. Kendrick won the battle. The culture made its choice. And now, instead of letting it go, Drake is clinging to conspiracy. And let's not forget how all this makes him look in the bigger picture. This lawsuit isn't just about Not Like Us. It's about Drake's refusal to accept that someone beat him at his own game. Kendrick didn't just drop a diss track, he dropped a cultural nuke. The kind of diss that ends arguments, that shifts perception, that creates moments. And Drake? He responded not with bars, but with lawyers. Not with fire, but with fan pages and paperwork. The guy who once claimed no stylist is now hiring legal stylists to fix his image in court. Here's the final kicker. Drake still doesn't realize the more he fights this, the more he loses. Every page of this lawsuit, every new headline, every petty move he makes just reinforces Kendrick's original point. Drake isn't him. And now even his label is tired of pretending otherwise. This isn't just the unraveling of a lawsuit, it's the unraveling of an empire built on illusions. And when that curtain finally drops, the hip-hop world might never look at Drake the same again. If you made it this far, hit that like button so more people can see how deep this rabbit hole really goes. Subscribe for more updates, because this legal meltdown is just getting started, and we've got a lot more to unpack.